Hello, everybody. It's Thursday evening. It's 7 o'clock. It's time for some of that sweet, sweet content and cocktails action. It's been quite an intense week over the last, tense kind of 10 plus days. And I've been, you will undoubtedly know, or you may not, I don't know actually, I've been in the thick of my Go Live Get Happy challenge, and we are now in the middle of the launch for Video Academy, which is all sort of going very well. We've got some really lovely people coming in, but that doesn't mean that I get to stop doing content and cocktails, and that is the straight up truth. I was telling people how you've got to be regular, and it would be somewhat remiss of me if I wasn't taking my own medicine. Hello, Christina. How are you doing? Oh no, are you feeling under the weather, Emma, or is the Lemsip recreational? Gin and tonic in hand. Oh, that sounds good. Well, I'm about to join you. I've decided to go for a Manhattan this evening. So I'm going for something a little bit more potent. Hello, Scott. I'm going to be on Scott's show next week, which is quite exciting. We're going to try something a bit fancy with Restream. Any recommendations from Bernard for Lemsip cocktails? I have the nuisance cold that everyone's talking about. Yes. I hope it is a cold rather than a touch of the old COVID. I'm sure many of Bernard's cocktails could be adapted for Lemsip. Let's see what. Here we are. I mean, to be honest, I looked through and it's like any of them could probably, maybe you should just, grab a cocktail from here and kind of just do a salt instead of a salted rim, do a kind of a Lemsip dusted rim. It's a little bit of the Aleister Crowley's about it. How long is the mastermind up for? We need to fit it in. The mastermind. Do you mean the group that we've been the Go Live Get Happy group, or do you mean the Sorry, I'm losing my thought, my train of thought. But yeah, kind of give me a masterclass. The masterclass. So I'm with you. So it's an indicator of how my brain's doing. Masterclass will be up. I wasn't planning on taking it down for a while, but it probably will come down at some point. But it does need to go on the YouTube channel because it was supposed to be up there today. But I've been in doing calls with people who are thinking of coming onto Video Academy today. It's been non-stop, which has been great. Obviously, it's great fun. Any of these cocktails would burn the soul from an angel. Indeed, a lot of Bernards would. I do not think they are of heaven or hell. They're from another place. Christina, masterclass. I will sort that out. That's a good idea. So I've got a glass here. I've got a bit of bourbon. So we're going to put a measure of bourbon into the glass. It's not an amateur cocktail, this one. It's a bit of a pokey affair. And then a small measure of dry martini, and then a small measure of a sweet martini. I'm going from the recipe for a perfect Manhattan by which is on the Difford's Guide site, which I find to be generally pretty good. Let's put that in there. That's looking pretty good. A couple of dashes of Angostura bitters and a cherry. So how's everyone doing? Have you all sort of had a good week so far? It's just flown by this week, hasn't it? I don't quite know where it's gone. it feels like only yesterday I was kind of up in Leicester. Cheers, Manhattan. So I haven't really got a plan for this evening, other than saying hello to lovely people and reminding everybody that I've got Video Academy going. Lovely. Cheers. So part 1, my introduction. Part 2, me having a cocktail. Part 3, delivering some information, I guess. Part 4, call to action and out. So it might be a fairly swift one this evening, but I wanted to be here to say hello and to sort of at least show my face. You see, this is it, I guess. Not every week has to be kind of full on. Oh, who's this? So let me just check out who this is. Nick Rutherford. Oh, Dorota. I did my live again on Tuesday in my group, and actually, I think I was less nervous this time. That's brilliant. That is excellent. Hello, Charlie. I can see you're waving to me. Hello. But Dorota, that's amazing. I'm really pleased about that, because I think this is it. We've got to kind of taking action is the measure of success, really. I think, if you're getting started, continue, doing it once, that's great, but it's that doing it multiple times and being regular. So thank you for sharing that. That really that's great to hear, because I think it's a really lovely thing to sort of to hear. What have we got? Oh yes, Scott has had full-on COVID. I had a lovely chat with Scott early this week. Getting faster and fresh for a state today for a show using Restream's new record function. Great. There is an awful lot of good stuff in here. There's a few things that I'd like to see in Restream that are featured in StreamYard, but really it's an excellent product. Excellent product. Emma says, yes, I've watched a ton of your stuff from the Video Academy site under Duvet. Great week. Also managed to tell a bit of my story to Jonah. Wow. You know what? One, brilliant for the visibility, but two, kind of, I'm impressed that you're diving straight in. I hope you're finding it useful. There's all sorts of so what Emma's talking about is the membership site. So everybody who's joined Video Academy has joined the membership site. As well. So I have a membership, which is a very different affair to Video Academy, but it's £15 a month. So it's the kind of thing where if you're wanting support and training, but you don't necessarily feel ready for that, for the sort of the level of intensity, but you do want some support and help around video, the membership is going to be for you. So it used to be a much more intensive affair, but I found that actually nobody wanted that. Nobody was using it like that at all. So what we're going to do is we are going to have a monthly Q&A from me, and we're going to have a monthly challenge. So like the challenge we've done over the course of this week, we're going to be doing a month challenge. So it'll be a bit more kind of a bit more sort of paced, but it is designed to sort of help walk you through elements of video. So yeah, if you are looking at Video Academy and thinking, I'd love to do that, but it's just that it's not right for me just now, then I would strongly urge you to give Video Skills Made Easy. I'm a bit of a Ron's when it comes to naming things. I'm really bad. So I sort of jokingly called it Video Skills Made Easy, and I haven't quite been bothered to change the name back, because it's like, well, it sort of does what it says in the tin. I'm a simple man, and I need simple names. It's so I can remember it more than anything. Yeah. So Dorota says, definitely thought of the structure of the live too. Still had nobody join in, but not good. Don't give up, because this is the truth about this. You need to build an audience. You need to develop your audience. Actually, there's a what I didn't get onto was in the masterclass. So one of the methods I use for understanding my audience is a tool called Answer the Public. Hang on, I'm just going to see what Emma has to say. It's a good name. People. I think this is it. It's like, I don't want a fancy pants name. I just want. People often come to me saying, I wish I could learn video easily. I was like, well, join Video Skills Made Easy. It's kind of, I've got something for you. It might be right. I'm just going to lower my chair. Ooh, bloody hell. Jesus. What was I saying? Oh, yes. So one of the things I talked about, I didn't talk about in the masterclass, was some of the methods I use for kind of audience identification. And I won't go into that in great detail, because that's something that's more for a more sort of measured discussion, and belongs probably in a kind of in Video Academy or in the membership, because you can sort of get into it in a bit more detail. But one of the things I love to do is find out what people are searching for. What questions are people asking online around my subject? And one of the tools I've used in the past is called Answer the Public. And that's like Answer the Public is an aggregator site that kind of draws together data around it sort of examines search data, and then it works out what questions people are asking online. And I've used it on you get one free search a day, because it's actually a very expensive tool. And I recently, as in yesterday, was thinking, I wish there was an alternative to it, because I find it really, really useful. And it's something I want to add on for as an analysis tool for everyone who's in the VIP in Video Academy. But there is currently, I don't know if you've ever come across AppSumo, which is a kind of a place where you can go and get lifetime deals on marketing, on sort of marketing startup technology. And I've had some amazing products through there, which have gone on to be really kind of well-established marketing products. And what should come up yesterday, but a tool called, oh God, I can't think of its name now, hang on. But it's basically an alternative to Answer the Public. And it is called, if I can find the damn thing, Topic Mojo. And it does the same thing. So if you are looking for a I will share a link here. If you are looking for a tool to do the job, but don't want to pay like $200 a month, but are happy to pay a one-off fee, I think it was like $49 or $59 for life. Check out. Hang on, I'll get a link. I'm going to share with you my. I'm going to share with you my. If you go, that's an affiliate link, by the way. Yeah, so it aggregates all that kind of information. But I would go, if you use that link, I get and then go on to buy. So it's called the project's called the Top Flipping Nora. Tell my brain is low functioning. Topic Mojo. So if you use that link and go and buy, I get like $10 to spend on $10 credit to go and spend on some random marketing stuff that I may or may not need. But this is actually a really interesting tool, because it will. I use Answer the Public to work out what kind of content my audience wants. So when you've done all that, when you're doing all of that audience analysis work, you kind of need to get into some keyword research as well, and because that's really important for kind of working out how people search for your content on YouTube, for example. So Topic Mojo is an alternative to that, and it is really, really good. I'd say it's slightly better. So I've been playing around with it today, and have been getting some. It's kind of it is exactly what I'm after. So AppSumo, it's one of these things. There's an awful lot of crap on there. You see things, it sounds good, and then you look at it and go, actually, that's a bit bobbins. So you kind of you have to be circumspect. So we I've been looking for an alternative to Answer the Public for a long time, and it looks like I found it. So yeah, topicmojo.com, Topic Mojo on AppSumo. Give it a look, because you'll find it to be a very useful tool. I might do a proper demo of it later in the week, early next week, once I've kind of actually feel like I've properly got my head around it all. But yeah, if you're looking for a tool to help you with that kind of audience understanding, because it's such an important part of the process, and it's something we go really deep into with in Video Academy. We will be going deep into that in a way that is going to give everybody there a really fundamental understanding of who they're talking to, but not just who they're talking to, what they're interested in, what they are active, and this is the important thing, what they are actively searching for right now, and what words are they using when they're searching for that answer, because you can then use those words as part of the optimization in your videos on YouTube. And YouTube is a great top of funnel attractor. So if you're answering somebody's question at the right moment, and your video is helping somebody, you're much more likely to pull somebody along with you. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Just a random it's a bit of a lucky dip tonight. I'm sorry, folks. You are getting the Tom's brain equivalent of a brand tub. Stick your hand in and find out what comes out. It might be an out-of-date topic, or it might be a bar of solid gold. You don't know. You don't know what you're going to get. You may well get me talking excitedly about whatever kind of well, Scott normally at this point, Scott MacArthur and I normally start exchanging comments about upcoming films we're excited about. So Dune is one of them. Dune's all I'm excited about. I'm very excited about Dune. I've even gone to the extent of rewatching the 80s Dune, and again remembering how amazing it looks, but what a terrible film it is. And thoroughly enjoying Foundation on Apple. If you've not, I think it's the sort of thing which people will enjoy, even if you're not a sci-fi fan. It's kind of big. It's got a great cast. It's got the world's most professionally eyebrowy man in the form of Lee Pace. Actually, top recommendation. If you've not watched it, Scott, have you watched Halt and Catch Fire? I think you'll quite like that. That's got Lee Pace in it. Halt and Catch Fire is it sort of flew a little bit under the radar. It's all about sort of 80s. It's kind of like the computer industry's version of Mad Men. It's absolutely brilliant. But Lee Pace plays this really complicated central character, but it's fabulous. It's such a good series. I think it's on Amazon. Halt and Catch Fire. We ploughed through it in God, in about sort of probably about a month or so. It was ridiculous. Emma Buckley, you've just added another gold star on your ever expanding gold star list. There we go. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I shall not fear. Yeah, so there we go. We've had our obligatory watching the Oliver Sacks film today. I don't know. I haven't come across that. He's a mentat. What, Oliver Sacks? Or me? Am I a mentat? No. This is booze. This doesn't aid brain function. This actively hinders it, unfortunately. Oh my word! Yeah, so I'm going to sort of probably round this up a little bit earlier than I would normally, because my brain is quite jinky. Yes, well done. You get another gold star. I think there are. I'm sort of waiting for my daughter to sort of my daughter started at a new school recently, and she's joined a kind of a tabletop gaming club. And I was like, you what? It's like a Warhammer club. When I was at school, because this may surprise some of you, I was a very geeky kid. I'm still a very geeky adult, but it's like if you admitted you were into that kind of stuff, it was like, forget it. That was social death. But now it's like all these kids, it's like 50-50 male, female. Everybody appears to wash, which is a significant improvement. And it's like the cool kids as much as it is the kind of the quiet, nerdy ones. So I'm astonished that my world order has been turned on its head. So I'm sort of dipping into the deep recesses of our cupboards and boxes, dredging out all this old stuff that, I never throw anything away. So there's like kind of boxes of this stuff from the 80s and early 90s. This is it. Geekery is cool now. Quirks are celebrated. It is a wonderful world that we live in. It is definitely the kind of, what was once fringe and somewhat borderline unacceptable is now mainstream and cool, or coolish, or cooler. You're unlikely to get aggressively wedgied for admitting that you like comic books, but you are likely to get aggressively wedgied for being a racist, sexist arsehole, which is great. I mean, how the world has changed. They're still out there, but in abundance. But they feel like they're less mainstream now. So hooray for progress. Yeah, I've got nothing more to add really to this. Ask me and we'll round it. We'll have a bit of a Q&A. If you've got any questions about anything at all, I might be able to answer. Or you can be the Prime Minister. Well, exactly. Yeah, but unfortunately, he is an absolute tool. I would rather have, and sorry to get political, but I think most of you know probably which way I lean. Well, which way I certainly don't lean politically. I am very much not a fan of the current government, because I believe that a mop with a face drawn on it would do a better job. Which is, broadly speaking, Boris. I mean, if you're going to quote Kermit the Frog at the UN, then you're kind of setting your stall out quite profoundly. He is a question. Why do you have the Swanson pyramid? I'm so, whenever anyone recognizes, I was like, I'm so pleased. The Swanson Pyramid of Greatness was a joke. I absolutely love Parks and Recreation, and Ron Swanson is one of my favorite fictional characters of all time. Whilst I do not share any of his or much of his politics, the Swanson Pyramid of Greatness was given to me as a joke present. But this by the same person that gave me the champagne sword. So yeah, let's see if we can. So the Swanson Pyramid of Greatness. You've got wise words on there. You've seen a bit more of the Wall of Weird. Well, that's Una's. So my brother-in-law. But I do have wonderful friends. Some of them might be watching. In fact, I'm going to be sitting. We all through the lockdown. We've been playing. So through lockdown, I've got a group of friends who we've been together as friends since about the age of 13. And with a few sort of careful additions over the years, there's like a core of us who we were the geeks at school, and we're still pretty geeky. So over lockdown, we would get together once or twice a month to play our way through another session of Call of Cthulhu, which is a game that we've been playing on and off for about 30 years. Well, not 30 years, it wasn't around that, but for a long time. And they do occasionally turn up on this live, some of them, to kind of, well, to gently take the piss and support at the same time. I am blessed with lovely friends who have been with me through thick and thin, and many a pint. We've had some. I'm from Worcestershire originally, so I grew up on a farm on the outskirts of Droitwich, and then moved out to after a few moves, moved up to Team Valley on a farm, kind of a non-functional farm, but a lovely spot. My mum and dad still live there, and then I sort of kind of moved to Birmingham, moved to Bristol, moved to Manchester, then came back to Worcester, and then we moved down to Devon because we sort of wanted to be. We talked about being close to the sea for years, never quite managed it, but we've done it. We finally got to the sea. So there's been quite a lot of kind of sort of journeying around before we quite found our place, and a certain amount of ups and downs along the route. I've had one business go under, which happened in 2008, 2009, around directly related to the financial crisis, which was a very chastening experience. That was a tough period of time. We were employing, there were 10 of us, and I was running it with a first business partner and Una, and that was a definite learning experience, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody if you can avoid it, but if it does happen to you, you kind of have to use it as best as you can. Right, we are getting firmly off topic here, so I'm going to wrap things up and say, if you are on the fence about Video Academy and would like to spend a bit of time chatting to me about it, send me a direct message on Facebook or send me an email or just tag me into a post saying you'd like to chat, and we will arrange something and I can have a chat. We have got a number of the VIP slots still available. I think 5. We've got kind of a number of people who are just about to sort of nudge over into the finish line. They're kind of just getting, who have very busy lives, and which is kind of why the VIP package is right for them, because they are super busy people and are keen to have somebody take their video woes off their plate. But we've got Yvonne Bridges, who came in yesterday as a VIP, who is in Calgary, all the way in Canada, and so I'm going to be going out there and filming, doing some content, done for you content for Yvonne over in Calgary, which I'm really, really looking forward to. Hoping that Una and I can go out there together and do that, because that will be awesome. I will leave it at that. But yeah, like I say, if you fancy either Video Academy Pro, which starts at 800 quid, or you can spread it over 6 months at £150 a month. There is the Star level, which is £1,000, but comes with a whole bunch of other bonuses and extras. And then we have the VIP tier, which is £5,000, or you can spread it over 12 months at £500 a month. So it is designed to be something that is it's not cheap. I'm not going to pretend it is cheap, but it is affordable and it is incredible value for money. What it is an investment, because the idea is, what I love to see is when the content is paying for itself. That's the thing that I love. I love seeing that happen. When you're creating content with people and it's working hard. So that's what I love to see. That's it. That's my call to action. I'm obeying I'm taking my own medicine. Thank you for being here, guys. It's been a pleasure having a chat with you. We've covered, as usual, a range of topics that is diverse and pleasingly odd. So thank you. I will see you again next week for more Content to Cocktails. Have a fabulous week. Well, I'll probably see you in a live tomorrow anyway, because I'm live every day. Good night. Cheers to you all. Take care.